Hi everyone. I wanted to take this time to sincerely thank you for your participation in the Virtual Teacher Practicum course this summer, otherwise known as the Elbonian Challenge. If you've not yet provided your feedback to the two surveys, the one from me and the one from UCI, please take a couple of minutes to do that. Your feedback is highly valued by both myself and UCI to make sure that this course exceeds the needs and expectations of students in the future. So let's talk about what went well, what didn't go well, and what just well went. So what went well? The context of a simulation. Right now, according to the survey results, 75% of you, which is a pretty high percentage, really appreciated the simulation, really seemed to get a lot out of it. And you made comments about how you felt like it made it more engaging, more fun, and it actually made your teams work better together, and that it was an effective method of developing and providing the course. The little dramas that played out amongst the characters, you seem to enjoy those. Some of you got really deep into analyzing them. I thought that was great, and it was fun to watch that in the conversations online. And group collaboration was just outstanding. I have never taught, and to be frank, never been a member of a course, a student in a course, in which the collaboration was just this superb. So kudos to you all. All right, a much longer list. What went not so well? So there were a lot of points raised by you, and I really appreciate the honest feedback you provided, both in surveys and in the discussion this past week. First, design thinking content. That didn't seem to make sense in the context of the course, and as a matter of fact, I agree, and I won't be teaching that directly in the future. I will probably still use it as a guiding factor in creating some of my activities, but not to the extent I did in this course. I won't actually cover that set of theories in the course in the future. Too much time spent brainstorming. I both agree and disagree with this. I think the brainstorming time is required, perhaps maybe not so much, but I do want to make sure that there's adequate time in the course in the future for innovative thinking. Too many places to do work. I agree with this. There was an issue here, though, that the Moodle platform really does not provide very good collaboration tools at all. And so I needed to find something that did. Google worked for that, and so did Lino. In the future, I won't require Lino or view rooms or anything like that. I'll make them known to the groups, but I'll probably still use Google Shared Docs. I am going to investigate, however, how we can integrate Google Docs with Moodle. My understanding is that they do integrate now, and so I'm going to talk to UCI about seeing if we can make that happen for the future. The schedules were too prescribed. Well, that was in part due to the process was being too prescribed, which was related back to the design thinking piece. And so there'll still be some schedules to follow, right? You still need to have deliverables and deliverable dates. Threaded discussions don't work very well if you're all hitting them at different times. But in terms of how you'll do your work and exactly when things are due during a week, I'm going to try to loosen that up as much as possible in the future. There's also the feedback that it was difficult to know what to do each week. I think some of that was due to the fact that I was just listing the items for the week, but not giving any kind of narrative with each item. When I started doing that, that seemed to, it seemed that helped a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but if you have feedback on that, let me know. And it was unclear how your grade would be calculated. I thought I had taken care of that in the syllabus. Perhaps it just needs to be restated and maybe stated in a different manner inside the course instead of just in the syllabus. And finally, some questions went unanswered, and I apologize for that. I was relying heavily on the email alerts to let me know when there was a new posting. I will be honest with you, Gmail is not working really well for me these days with the new format where it kind of makes everything into these conversations, and it has different tabs, and sometimes things got lost. So I need to find a better way to track conversations in the future and make sure I'm answering all the questions that arise. So speaking of in the future, what other changes am I thinking of for the course? Well, I'm going to add some more scenario content. I had some great feedback, some suggestions like maybe I needed Wikipedia pages about both Elbonia and Deephaven. That would be fun to do. So I'll be looking at adding some more content as primary sources. Adding in some more hidden hints and mini games. I actually didn't hide any hints in this course. In the next course, I'm considering how I can make certain actions that the students take in the course to reveal hints related to minigames. So there was the minigame about the secret message from Miss Raymond. That was really difficult. And it was difficult because I didn't provide enough clarity in my hints. So I'm going to be looking at that in the future. Getting rid of Professor Lecture. He just didn't work out for anybody. By using a third character as myself, or fourth character as and I was playing that character, it made it kind of awkward because then what's my role in the course? If Professor Lecture is a design thinking expert, number one, I'm going to get rid of design thinking. And number two, isn't he supposed to be helping you learn how to build online courses? So that's why it made more sense to replace Professor Lecture midway through with myself. So I had to do the whole drama of Miss Jones or Dr. Jones marrying someone else. So I apologize for that. And adding a mayor character. I talked about the mayor character a lot. I didn't give him a name. I don't know if you noticed that. I always referred to him as the mayor. I was hoping to work in a little intrigue there. I think I'm going to explicitly add a mayor character in the future. Also because the Mr. Rowe storyline really requires the mayor character. We didn't get into his storyline too much because no one was working on that RFP. So in the future, assuming that someone will choose that RFP to work on, or that I'll assign that RFP for someone to work on, I'll make sure that there's a mayor character involved. By the way, I will be presenting about this course at a free online conference this coming Thursday, September 18th, from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. There are a lot of great presentations slated for the conference. If you are interested in gaming and education, I recommend visiting the Gaming in Ed, GAMINGINED.com website for more info on this online conference and my presentation. Finally, I want to congratulate everyone for your superb performance in the course. I hope I've challenged you to think differently about how to use gaming scenarios and an intriguing narrative in your course or courses in the future. I also hope I've helped you to apply all or most of the content that you learned in the UCI Coursera courses. And I want to thank you for going with me on this journey through the Elbonian Challenge. Cheers.